coming to you live from the corner of his kitchen in beautiful Southern California. We're all gonna be edging it out with your host, everyone's favorite unemployed NEET, Edgee!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Edging It Out. I am your host, Edgee, everyone's favorite unemployed NEET. My mind got trapped on the internet, and I became a hot, sexy anime girl because all that I think about are hot, sexy anime girls. Welcome to the show. I hope that everyone's doing well. Why is my chat not displaying? Is my chat broken? No, it was just late. Anyway,
chat's only broken in the head. It's all right.
That's true. That's true. It's great to see everyone tonight. I hope that everybody's doing good. I hope that everyone's been having a great day. We are Edging It Out is the name of my talk show because, like I said, I'm edgy. Let's move on to our guest. Speaking of hot, sexy anime women, wow, look at that! There she is, incredible.
Oh my God, it's
me. The one and only Koakuma. Thank you for gracing us with your presence tonight.
Thank you for gracing me with an invitation to be edging it on a fine Sunday evening.
Yeah, we're gonna be edging it out together.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello, chat. Is that the Blaster Nation in chat? Hello.
Whoa.
And Vidalin, hello. And Ectomonum, hello.
Also,
Welcome,
I want to clarify that I'm not supposed to be a teacher. I'm supposed to be a thotty. Well, just a thotty in general. I'm supposed to be a thotty like secretary.
I figured every outfit that you got was some form of like themed thotty.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
We're really just thotting it out on a Sunday.
We're really thotting it out. Welcome.
Welcome to thotting it out on a Sunday.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to know a fun fact?
Yes.
You are my first guest on this show to not be a PNG.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Everyone else was embalmed. They had rigor mortis.
Kinda.
Because I thought the other guests that you had also had models, so why were they using PNGs?
Because they don't have regular models, they only have PNGs.
You a non-texted clown. Vito is so right. What the fuck is that next to me? What is that?
Hang on. I need to allow I need to allow a term into my chat. Apparently thought was grabbed by the auto mod.
The Thought-O-Mod.
The Thought-O-Mod. No.
Why did you put that creature? Why did you put this cryptid next to me?
That's what I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask if you brought that shit in because I didn't keep it there.
No, it's horrifying.
So you didn't bring it in?
That wasn't me.
Well,
it's even bigger than your microphone. Your very tiny, like lapel-sized microphone.
I know. Also, hi Flynn in chat. It's so great to see you.
Hello, everybody in chat. I hope you've been having a great weekend and a great week and a great Sunday. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah. See, every time that we clean the studio, like the clown is never there. Somebody always notices it once that the show begins.
I think it's materialized whenever somebody is edging.
Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. It's my son. It's Gerald. Oh, it's Flena's son.
It has a name now.
It has a name now. Yeah. It has been having a name, I suppose. Yeah. I tried to move it away when my friend Mule was here, and this is not a joke. It crashed the stream. I had to restart it because trying to move the clown from view, trying to move it away from view, just like it crashed OBS.
It's like, what is that thing that's in TF2 that's like there's like a PNG of a coconut that if you remove it, it just crashes the entire game. So they were like, I don't know what purpose this serves, but just don't take it out of the game file.
Yeah, exactly. So
that clown is the coconut of your stream.
Yeah, it's the coconut clown. Everything is relying on that fucking the load-bearing clown. Yeah. That's what it is. Oh my God. Well,
it's mildly terrifying, but I at the same time, I both love and hate how kind of like perfectly it sits on the couch.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Like the angle it matches the couch pretty perfectly.
Thank you. I'm glad that you feel that way about the clown. Anyway, shout out to any no clowns out there.
I feel that way about the clown because otherwise I feel like it'll kill me in my sleep.
Yeah. It's gonna show up as your fucking sleep paralysis demon.
Oh Jesus! It is my sleep paralysis demon. Just looking at it, like Christ.
Oh well. Speaking of demons, you're here. You're here. Why don't we get on with the introductions? How about that?
Yeah.
All right. So I have a few questions prepared for you. All right, and I did send you the questions beforehand, so hopefully you're ready for what is about to come.
Whether I looked at them or not is up for debate.
Exactly. But we're about to find out.
Hell yeah!
All right, and we're gonna find out together. All right, so first question for you, dearest Koakuma. You mean so much to me. You mean the world to me. Mwah.
You mean the world to me too. I say this all the time on stream and off stream, but Ed and I, if you haven't watched Visual Novas, you should go and do that. I'm sure Ed has links or whatever for it. Somewhere around here on his channel. Yeah. We do Visual Novas together, and I always say every single week it is the light of my life. It is the stars in my sky. It is the sunshine of my days to do Visual Novas and Visual Novas and to play shitty games with Ed and Connor every week. It is wonderful. We are so fucking funny and we are cool. And you should watch us.
Hell yeah.
You should watch our shitty ninja hentai playthrough that we're doing right now.
Wow, thank you so much for the ad. I didn't have to do anything. Shitty. Well, shitty? I don't know about that one.
Subjective. It's subjective.
It's subjective. I kind of call it peak fiction. I don't know about you,
it's peak. Shitty can be peak is the thing. I think a lot of people misunderstand that shitty and jank games can be peak.
That's true. All right, so here we go. This is the introduction round for you, my dearest friend Koakuma.
I hope that every time I crack my joints, you can hear it over the microphone. I don't know if you can.
Oh, damn it! I got yeeted.
Oh shit! I just saw it like a half a second late.
Okay. Anyway, so here we go. Dearest Koakuma.
Yes.
Let's start by having you tell us about yourself and your lore.
So my lore is something that I hardly ever talk about on my stream, actually.
Okay.
I think so I've been streaming since 2016, probably before that, actually.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Oh my god, you're so welcome for my service. But I'm sorry. I started getting called a VTuber before VTuber kind of circulated, because I've been a streamer for a good maybe decade now, and I started as like a webcam streamer, and then eventually I started learning how to make live 2D models. Yeah. So I started streaming as me, Koakuma, who started as just kind of like a stream mascot or an artist mascot for a while.
Yeah. I remember that actually, because I'm a real one.
Yeah. Yeah, you are a real one. We've been friends for over a decade now, definitely.
Yeah.
But I started making live 2D models and started with Face Rig, the OG. And so I was streaming with Face Rig. I think I had maybe 2 or 3 models over the years before. In around 2019 or so, people started saying, "Oh, you're a VTuber," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Take your meds. Don't call me that again.
And literally, take your meds. And I was like, what is everybody talking about? Because that was around the time that Kizuna Ai kind of appeared. Yeah. And so, like, 2020, I decided to finally kind of adopt that as my official thing, as being a VTuber, whatever. And my lore, because I've been so intrinsically like as a streamer and then kind of evolved into an anime girl, I never really talk about my lore that often. I always plan to do like, oh, I'll do a lore stream when I make a new model and blah 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 and whatever, and then I get too lazy and I don't do it. So a couple of the real ones, a couple of my subs, and a couple of my longtime friends like know some of my lore, but really my character lore is that in the netherworld, picture it, the netherworld, whatever fucking year it is. Yeah. So in the netherworld equivalent of the internet, we like to call it the Hellinet.
That fucking rules.
Thing is that there's basically the opposite of a VPN.
Oh, and no.
Literally anyone can find you at any fucking time on the Hellinet. So eventually, like, at some point I was posting, I got flamed on the Hellinet, and so I went and I found that person and I kicked their fucking ass, and it turns out they were the overlord of the 13th division of the Netherworld.
Oh,
and so
shit.
by kicking the shit out of them, I became the overlord of the 13th division of the Netherworld.
Uh-huh.
So I am royalty not by blood, but by kicking the shit out of somebody who flamed me on the internet.
Hell yeah.
And so through that, I just kind of adopted ways of hanging out and chilling with the human realm. And playing games with Code the Usurper. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The deeper net. The dark hella net. So I have been, communicating with my Hellions, my succubabes, who love me and my content and join my army, my succubabe army of the Netherworld. Even though we are on different planes, we communicate through our beautiful screens. As they say, even though we are far apart, the computer screen unites our hearts.
Oh.
Yes.
That's really cute.
A no privacy video webs, pretty much. There is no, you can't talk shit on the Helinet because somebody will find you.
Yeah. If you want to talk shit, you better be able to back that up.
By killing Santa, yes, it is exactly like the Santa Claus. You fucking just kill Santa and you become Santa.
Oh, that fucking rules. All right, so
I do kind of I go through a lot of different looks and aesthetics and stuff. And if you are familiar with any of my my original art content, because I have kind of 2 dual wielding accounts for my original Netherworld setting as well as my streaming and stuff. My original setting kind of has more of a fantasy, almost like OG and Hime-sama kind of Victorian aesthetic for all my characters. So I do have a more recent model that I've made the costume kind of more in line with that, and I also have this one, which is kind of my OG VTuber outfit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I love it a lot.
Thank you. And I'm also I was actually just working on it today. I know what the people want, and what the people want is my fucking titties out.
Yeah.
So I've actually been modifying my current model to have a titty window because I know what the people want. I have to honor it. I have to honor it.
Exactly. That's why I keep making putting together new outfits and shit.
New outfits are really fun, and
thank you.
I am in the middle of making my new model, which I had intended to have ready for my birthday / Halloween. But I had a lot of real life stuff kind of going on that kind of got in the way. So I figured my compromise would be just sticking my cleavage out in my current model.
Yeah. Good shit. Good shit. You can never go wrong with that. That's always the right answer.
A new model with a new outfit on the way.
Nice. I'm really excited for that. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, thank you. I hope everybody's excited for it. I know a lot of my my succubabes and my friends have seen the preview for it in my server. Because I've been really excited to show it off, but I just haven't had the time to sit down with it. Giant fucking hoge, better than cities. That's true. It's also been a big staple of mine, and I had a friend that did not last, which you could obviously tell because they questioned my ahoge.
Oh my god!
A couple of years ago, they were like, people don't understand why you have a giant ahoge, and it's because it's epic.
Yeah,
actually.
look at it.
Jesus. If you there's a thing in character design called a character silhouette, and
there's something in character design called soul.
Yeah, if I have a massive fucking ahoge, then you know me from another fucking demon girl with long hair and horns.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm in a silhouette, you can't see my massive tits until you have the light shine on me.
Okay.
You could cut corn stalks with it. That's very specific, but thank you.
So moving on to my next question. You kind of already answered this one, but I am required by law to ask this. All right. Mm-hmm. So for those who don't know, in the VTuber world, there's this term called say-so, which means pure. There are some VTubers that base their whole online presence as whether or not they are say-so. And dearest Koakuma, how do you think that you fare on the say-so scale?
So when it comes to say-so, I never really understand if people just mean that to mean if somebody is lewd or not, or if they mean family friendly or not.
Yeah.
I think there's kind of like a spectrum. Yeah, my chat regulars are already saying no. But Your rating is no thanks. I wouldn't consider myself completely say so, because if you're rating it on a scale of whether I'm family friendly or not, then definitely not, because like swearing and cussing and being inappropriate is just kind of part of my vernacular.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't consider myself a lewd tuber. Like when it comes to my art, I do make like NSFW art.
Thank you for that.
Check out my Ko-fi. But it's not something that I do in my stream.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to, like, whenever I go live on OBS, I know that there's an option now to be like, you should mark it as not family friendly if you do excessive swearing and profanity, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, I'm not gonna nerf my analytics because I swear every other sentence.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of that weird balance. Is like, I wouldn't call myself family friendly, and I don't call myself a lewd tuber because I don't do anything sexual or really generally inappropriate. I just talk like I would not be talking to a minor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like I'm the same, honestly.
Yeah.
Other than like I like to dress up my model in like hella fucking thoughty outfits, but
Yeah.
other than that, I won't fucking post a picture of like implied my model being like implied naked and be like, good Monday morning, everybody. What are you thinking about today, or some shit like that, you know?
Good opie evening, and you have like only your nipples cropped out.
Yeah.
Transformers minors. Mr. Beast is say so. I suppose so. I suppose you say so.
Jesus Christ. There is this one thing that you can do on Twitch. I guess it's not exactly recent, but you can like mark your stream as like what kind of content people can expect from you, which is like, because before they used to have this one thing where it's like, okay, my content is explicitly like fucking 18 plus, but now they took that away because they realized that it was costing a lot of viewers from a lot of people, and now they have something like, okay, just so you know, this stream will have like a lot of swearing, or this stream will have this type of, this is what you can expect.
Yeah.
Which I think is a little bit better, because for my streams, I just choose, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be like cursing and swearing a lot.
Right. It's like, it's kind of like if my stream were to be on public access television or fucking whatever, I would probably rate it like PG-13 or whatever, right? Because I'm not constantly like, there are a few occasions where I'll talk about I'll make an offhand joke about cream pies or some shit, but like, I'm not constantly like talking like that. It's just like swearing as a part of my vernacular. It's just a reflex. Like,
yeah, exactly,
I don't feel the need to hold myself back. And I think YouTube was kind of the first platform to really do that, because they became so like hardcore, protect the kids, kid friendly for a year or two, and then they kind of had these things that was like, okay, check this box if your stuff is not made for kids.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's kind of the easiest way to do it, is like, is it for kids or is it not? Like, and
exactly,
that's kind of the easiest question to answer, is like, yeah, it's not for kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's easy. That's easier than being like, oh, I'm totally say so. Like, there's Christian VTubers out there that will like read you the Bible for 3 hours.
That's fucking wild, and I'm not talking shit about them.
That's what I consider.
In any way, shape, or form.
I would consider say so at this point.
Yeah,
that's what I consider say so, is if you go to Sunday Mass with these VTubers that will read you like the Psalms for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, that's say so, and they won't say anything bad, and they won't swear and whatever. I remember a couple of years ago, I was playing I remember this specifically. I was playing Little Witch No Beta before it was like in early access, and I was playing a demo. So that's how long ago this was. And I remember I made a joke about cum, and there was like a fucking random person who had never seen my streams before, and they were like, I can't believe I can't find a streamer that doesn't swear. And I was like, you're looking in the wrong fucking place, buddy.
Jesus
Christ. Go on YouTube Kids or whatever. Like, you're not gonna find not even just a streamer, but like 90% of people on Earth are not gonna not swear.
Why is this
like,
demon that I'm watching swearing? What the hell?
Yeah, that is a demographic not often thought upon. It's just like you're not gonna like in this day and age, you're not gonna find basically anyone that doesn't swear once in a while.
Yeah, seriously.
And you know, it's one thing if you like are doing parental controls on your kids or whatever, or like if you're in public and like a person, like if you're a person with a kid and you're in public and somebody swears around your kid, then you know it's on you to tell your kid, if they're like 5, to be like, don't repeat this word because it's not a good word. But you know, streamers can't exactly censor themselves 100% of the time if they're just playing games and enjoying themselves and talking to their audience, who the audience who are generally adults.
Yeah, like when you said earlier that like you don't want any kids to watch you, I feel the exact same way. Like I'm not gonna be like, you know, like fucking gooner posting or whatever, but I also don't want anyone under 18 to engage with anything that I do. Exactly.
That's and that's how it is for me too, and my server, because like my NSFW channel is obviously 18 plus locked, but like my hard limit at the very hardest is like 17. If you're bordering on 18, then sure, whatever. But like minors do not interact.
Absolutely
because
not.
I do not want to get myself into shit.
Yeah.
For talking about fuck, shit, ass, and cum, and then your parents walk in on my stream and they're like, "What are you watching?" It's like I can't be responsible for that because I'm not your parent.
Yeah, that's up to you. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we're in like a strange era of the digital age where we need to kind of check boxes and clarify on what age range we are making content for.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not really our responsibility as content creators, I don't think. Depending on the follower count. Yeah, real.
Oh God, yeah. All right,
that's
well.
So real.
Moving on to the next question. Dearest beloved Koakuma.
Hello.
What right now or recently, what have you been streaming or what do you like to stream?
Oh, so I consider myself a variety streamer. I stream anything that kind of piques my interest. So I've streamed everything from fucking Peggle to Elden Ring to like everything in between. So I really have an affinity for stuff like niche games. A lot of the real ones know that I'm a very big fan of Suda51.
Shout out. I know he watches us.
Yeah, him and Yoko Taro, who is a mutual of mine. Shout out Yoko Taro. I know you see my tweets.
That's crazy.
But you know, and also Swery65, also a mutual of mine. Shout out. I love his stuff.
What? That's fucking awesome.
So there are a lot of
famous
developers and artists who I consider like the kind of cult classic developers or the niche developers or whatever. I really love their stuff. But beyond that, beyond like those real passion projects, I really do just kind of stream everything and anything in between. Like I've streamed St. Hazel's Hospital, which was really fucking funny. So anything with like jank controls or something like stuff that's in early access or broken, like a lot of people in chat might have seen you and I and Connor stream Pilgrim, which is a little jank. And waiting on the Played Up stream, me too. We've had to
tell Connor that. Tell Connor that.
Yes, but we can't blame Connor. Connor has had
that's true.
External circumstances.
You're so right. Yeah.
But I really have been looking forward to that stream because Played Up is genuinely like one of my favorite fucking games.
Yeah.
To the point where like my partner at the time was driven insane because of how many times I asked them like every other night, like play Up with me, play Up with me. And they were like, I can't tolerate it for more than a couple hours. You can't keep making me do this. But Connor knew of himself that he couldn't tolerate more than like 2 hours of Played Up, but he still agreed to do it with us. So
he's a real
Played
one.
Up stream is coming. He really is a real one. But I love stuff that's like Anything that people would usually consider like boring or stupid is usually what I like playing. Like I love playing simulators and I love playing stuff that's not entirely finished.
Yeah.
I love playing niche stuff. I love RPGs. I've played stuff like Power Wash Simulator, Weed Shop. I've played a bunch of times. I fucking love Weed Shop.
Shout out to Weed.
Chef would be, yes, it's more so like I'm a mental strategizer, so when it comes to stuff like Plate Up, I know exactly the strategy that would be best for like the amount of people that are working in the restaurant. So like
Nice.
I know, and like there are people who when they're playing stuff like Plate Up or Overcooked or whatever, they'll get overwhelmed really easily. But that's where my stupid ass dumbass ADHD brain comes in real handy when I'm playing video games like that, and I'll be like, I know exactly what to do. Incredibly obscure indie games also is another favorite of mine. I like to pick up things I'm sure a lot of my chat regulars know of stuff like the Haunted PS1 demo disc collection, stuff like that, like the Dread XP collections, stuff where indie developers will make kind of like retro style indie games, things like that. I will play every so often. So there's stuff that I'm also planning for my birthday stream. I've been recently planning out. I haven't really posted about it, but I want to do some stuff like. So here's like a world premiere on twitch.tv/LukeAwesome is that for my birthday, which is on the 27th. I'm planning on doing a couple different games. I want to play Pumpkin Jack. I want to play this indie game called Disillusion, which is like a retro style first person kind of psychological horror. And I want to play Gregory Horror Show, which is a rather popular niche kind of spooky-ish weird PS2 game.
Nice.
Birthday buddy! Oh my god, you have the same birthday as me? Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! So I was supposed to be a Halloween baby, and my mom refused, so she purposely got induced early.
Oh my god, no!
I'm not even joking. It's my favorite story to tell because I am in a habit of celebrating my birthday on Halloween because I was supposed to be a Halloween baby.
I can't believe this.
My grandmother was born on Halloween.
Yeah.
And my mother did not want me to go through what my grandmother went through because apparently when my grandmother was growing up, they all called her a witch, which, I would have really preferred to the kind of bullying that I went through when I was growing up.
Oh, no.
But because of that, she got induced early, and so I was born on the 27th. So I still celebrate it on Halloween because it's close enough. That's when I was supposed to be born.
Okay.
It would have gone so hard, yeah, because that's what was supposed to happen. I would have been too powerful. It's
yeah,
true.
that's true.
It's true.
That's true.
Yes, Vito is right. Mon, you defeat monsters and gain strong weapons and armor. You may be defeated, but don't give up. Become stronger. I believe there will be a day when the heroes defeat the Devil King.
Jesus.
I have been playing that on and off. I really enjoyed it because I love Etrian Odyssey. I love Etrian Odyssey so fucking much. I am still very angry that when they announced the Switch, how many fucking years ago was that now? 12 years? When they announced the Switch, they were like, Nintendo's going to have a lot of third-party titles, and Etrian Odyssey was one of them. We still have not gotten an Etrian Odyssey Switch game. We still haven't, and so Manu is like kind of the closest thing. So I was doing Manu Monday for a while, and you know what? My viewership tanked.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I stopped playing Manu, but I really love Etrian Odyssey, and like it's a like dungeon crawlers, anime dungeon crawlers like that are a really big passion of mine. I really binge played like the first trio of Etrian Odyssey, like when they re-released them on Switch. Great games if you haven't played them. If you like dungeon crawlers or strategies, like pick those up. They're amazing. Have I played Signalis? I have not played it personally, but I have watched my partner played it a couple of years ago, and I watched them play it when they played it. So I have not seen the ending. I have a very, very lovelorn sapphic friend who is obsessed with Signalis.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have heard that it's very good. But I have not personally finished it. I've heard it's good. I probably will play it at some point.
Yeah, that game has the sapphics in a fucking chokehold.
Yeah, and the aesthetics are great. Like the art direction of it is really beautiful.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few
will.
clips of it. It looks fucking awesome. It looks sick as hell.
It's great. Yeah, I probably will play it at some point.
Nice.
Like it's been recommended, and it seems like a very cool game.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's see. So the next question is whether it's near or far. What are some of your plans that you can share with us for the future?
So I've kind of already mentioned a couple of them. Like I gave you the world premiere of my birthday stream plans that I still need to post about. And my new model is in the works. My succubabes have seen the work in progress of it in my server.
Shout out to all the succubabes in chat.
That's another thing. Like I said, it was planned to be for my birthday / Halloween, and stuff got in the way.
Shit happens.
It will probably be. I might pull a New Year, New Me queen kind of thing and reveal it. It depends on when I have time to sit down with it. But I'm very excited about it because it's kind of like the new outfit is kind of a return to form of the past couple of years.
Return with a V.
Koakuma outfits. Yes. It's kind of a merging of my last few outfits before this current goth one, as well as like combining my aesthetics.
Nice.
And kind of combining the looks of this model and the newer one that I haven't been using. Because people always want the tits out one.
Yeah.
So here I am using my 2020 model when I put all that effort into the 2022 one. But it's kind of a merging of all of like the past maybe 6 years worth of Koakuma_CH. So I'm kind of excited to bring it to life. And I really want to do it justice. So I want to be in the right headspace and kind of buckle down and get that ready and
that makes sense.
Make it as polished as possible before I reveal it. So there's that, and then there's my birthday stream, and then usually around the end of the year at the holiday season, I do my Holiday Bonanza, which if like a lot of people who were here were with me for it last December, but I usually just do a roulette of shitty Christmas games. And
I caught some of that last year.
Yes.
How embarrassing.
You clipped some of it. How embarrassing. Well, and so last Holiday Bonanza, and I can't believe that it's almost been a fucking year already. Since, like time has gone by so fucking fast. The cringe flashback. Literally, that's what I feel like. I feel like I did that stream, and I feel like I did the donathon. I feel like that was like a month ago. Like that's how fast time has gone by.
It's crazy.
But during the last Holiday Bonanza, I forgot to play Rudolph for the Wii.
No, how could you?
I have to play Rudolph for the Wii this year. So that's definitely on the docket, and I'm gonna need to crowdsource some other holiday games because like what did I do last year? I did Christmas Carol, but I downloaded the wrong ROM and I ended up trying to play it in French. I was trying to play it in French, and my chat was like, "Please just quit the game.
I think I remember that. I think I tuned in for a little bit of that stream last year.
It was so funny. I was like, "No, trust me, I got this. Don't worry, I got this." And I was just kind of clicking around at everything, and my chat was like, "Please, just I would rather you come to my house with a gun, Koakuma, and kill me, than you play this game in French." But I was still trying to do it, so I maybe I'll play that game in English. And make people suffer a little bit less. Not the French, but I need to crowdsource some other games. Maybe there's some like indie games that I can play. There was like so I remember playing usually because I mentioned the PS1 Haunted Demo Disc earlier.
Yeah.
Usually they also do what they call the Madvent calendar, so they do kind of like the same thing, but it's also sort of holiday themed. And I remember playing it not on stream, but I last year I played it with my partner, and like there was just some crazy ass jank ass games that I just like insisted on finishing, and they were like, please stop playing please. So I might like go look for something like that and just kind of like, I don't know, torture chat until they yell at me to play something. Mary Gear Solid Secret Sin. I also have a tradition of playing why can't I think of the name? Nights into Dreams, the Christmas edition, the special Christmas level. I usually play that every year. But beyond that, I really have no plans. Like, kind of my streams are really planned out by holidays and special events.
Yeah.
So really, I'm just like birthday, Halloween. The past couple years, like since 2016 or 2017, I had been playing the Nightmare Before Christmas PS2 game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I finally finished it after, 6 or whatever years of playing it for 2 hours at a time. So that one's over. Maybe I'll play the Game Boy one next because there's a Game Boy version of it.
Holy shit.
There's a Game Boy version of that game, so maybe I'll do that this year. I think that would be really funny.
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome.
So that and like those 3 games that I planned for my birthday, and if I don't finish any of those, like the 3 games that I planned for my birthday stream are fairly short. So if I don't finish any of them, then I will probably continue them on Halloween night as a Halloween stream. And then beyond that, that's pretty much all the plans. Like everything's up here in the mental Excel sheet. As they would say, in my Sherlock Holmes mind palace.
Yeah, I do the same shit.
I always think of like a million things that I want to do, and then I either forget or like
it just never write them down.
Like,
it's like
it's
like if it was that important, I would have remembered it.
Exactly, yeah. And then since I have ADHD, that's not a lot of things. So not a lot of things are important, I guess.
Oof. All right, so Koakuma.
Yes.
Before the stream tonight, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I sent you a list of the questions that I was going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Koakuma, I'm here to tell you right now, I fucking lied. There's one more. There's one more, Koakuma. This is a surprise. Shit. This is a live show. You never know what's gonna happen. All right?
Christ.
It's time to improv, Koakuma. Right now.
Oh, Christ.
Right
I've been
now.
improving this whole
Tell
time
me.
because I wasn't prepared.
Right now, Koakuma, tell me right now for chat. Do a pitch. Do a pitch on why people should watch you. Right now. Go.
Holy shit. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I am Koakuma /Artifacts Demon. I am an artist /VTuber /singer /multifaceted individual who is open for work, by the way. I'm a character designer and a 2D illustrator who also makes things come to life in Live 2D, including my model that you see here. I do all of my own assets and my models and everything. I am a variety streamer who loves a shit ton of games, especially ones that are bad and or funny. And I consider myself a pretty entertaining person, maybe. I've heard some testimony that confirms that is true. And if you have or have not seen me on Ed's show Visual Novus, you should watch that. It's really funny. But I do a lot of different things, and I have a lot of different things to offer on both my streaming channel and also my funny little posts on Twitter and social media. And there's not really much else to say other than I'm pretty chill. I'm not family friendly as we've established. I swear a lot. But that's pretty much all there is to my pitch, is that I do pretty much everything.
That was good. That was good. Thank you.
It's kind of pathetic when I lay it out like I do everything, but it's true. Unfortunately, I do everything.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Someone says, if there was one thing we should check you out for, what would you recommend the most?
Well, do you want to hang on? Do you want to leave that one for literally the next section that we're about to begin?
Oh my God, the next segment.
All right, so this is our audience participation segment where you, the chat, that's right, you get to ask our wonderful guest over here some questions. But she.
Never mind then.
Damn. Okay.
I don't actually want to know.
Damn. All right. I was gonna say, you chat, you get to ask our wonderful, beautiful guest over here, Koakuma. You get to ask her some questions, but she gets to choose 3.
Only 3? What if I want to answer them all? What if they're all interesting?
Well, that's too bad. That's up to you to decide which ones. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to, we can't do the show forever.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ed and I could yap for hours.
That's
real.
Yeah, that's why I was like so fucking excited to like invite you. Has the segment started? Yes, it has. It has started.
Has it started?
Yeah, that's why I said you guys go ahead. It's the audience.
The whole show is the segment. Audience Q&A, rapid fire. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Okay, I will, because, okay, I feel Ecto reserved the right for that first question.
Yeah.
If there was one thing we should check you out for, what would you recommend the most, or alternately, what are you most proud of? So that's a really hard question for me, because I struggle with, to be very like real talk TM for a second, I do struggle with perfectionism, so it is a very hard mental battle for me to determine like whether I would want to be like check out my art versus check out my streaming, because I would like to say like, yes, as a job, as a profession, as an identity, yes, I am an artist, so I would say check out my art. But also, like, if you think that I'm chill, if you're enjoying hearing me talk about fucking whatever, if you're just thinking that I'm a cool person, whatever, check out my streams, put them on in the background. It's, whatever. My, like, art is subjective. It's not always going to be to everyone's taste. But so are streams. So I've always felt that that's a very intermeshed thing for me. Is like almost like, not to be super deep, but like maybe my streams are my art also.
Oh,
pushes up my glasses. I'm not wearing them right now, but pushes up my glasses. I think that's kind of how I'm feeling, like in my adult hag ass age, because I'm overturning the hag stone in 2 weeks. But yeah, I think that's kind of where I am, is like the one thing is my art, but my art is also my stream. Is that a cop-out answer? Maybe. Who cares?
No, I think that's a really good answer. I think I really like that answer. It's very honest and very down to earth.
Yeah, it's taken me a bunch of years. Like I said, I've been streaming since like 2016, 2017, and like it's become such like an intertwined thing for me of like, what do I focus on in my career or my life? Is it my illustration or is it my stream? Like, what should I really pursue? And like, I've always been kind of divided. It's always been the two wolves inside of me. It's been the two boxers inside of me fighting, but they're both concussed. Like, that's how it is.
All right, good shit.
Yeah. Your stream showcase what you're all about, so it is art. Exactly. Except like the thing is, like, I tried to be an art streamer for a while, and like, not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be so real, because I don't think there's any reason for streamers to really lie about this, but streaming art tanked my analytics.
Oof.
People like there will be less people at my art streams, but they're more vocal about how much they love them. But like when you're trying to make a living off numbers, you gotta watch out like what tanks your analytics or not.
Yeah.
And so like if like when streaming art was tanking my analytics, it kind of just made me more self-conscious and made me just not want to do it anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thou stream art, thou art. No, don't be sorry. It's just like it's a practical decision that I had to make, because it just made me self-conscious to like have that impact my numbers, like especially when like in around 2020 or 2021 I was streaming a lot, and I had a lot more of a CCV than I do now, and like when I started streaming more art, like those numbers would just go down and down and down, and like
damn,
it's like you can't keep pursuing something that makes you sad or demotivated. Like that's my biggest advice to anyone, is like you can't just keep pursuing something that is making you feel actively bad and keep expecting it to be better. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a better result. Like, you can't force yourself to do something that is actively hurting you, Yeah.
Well, that's very insightful.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. Like that's maybe that's a little too serious. Maybe that's a little too real.
Right.
But like that's where I am with like my art and my stream.
Okay.
Why become an artist? I don't fucking know. Because you like it, I guess. For me, it was I was working a dead-end retail job for like almost 5 years. I met a lot of nice people through it, including my bestie who is in the chat right now. But it came to a point where I was like, all right, so being a gig worker doing my art was making me as much money as I was doing in retail. So if you have something that you enjoy doing even marginally and you can get away from something that is making you like ill, because I was getting physically ill from retail work, like, so if you have something that you even marginally enjoy and you can kind of jump to like that life preserver off of like what you're not enjoying in your life, then I would totally advocate for doing it. And that was what like becoming a full-time artist was for me, was like, yeah, I knew I could do it, and like it was always, oh, my dream, my passion, whatever. And then I finally eventually just was like, okay, fuck it, I'm not gonna do retail anymore, I'm just gonna be an artist. Boom.
Hell yeah.
Done.
Good shit. All right,
How do you learn to breathe, Nave? What the hell are you talking about?
What? Anyway.
I hear in the Navy they force your head underwater and make you breathe the water or whatever.
What?
Isn't that what they do?
I don't know.
They like give you like better lung capacity or whatever, because they're like, oh, if you're in the Navy, you need to be able to be underwater.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What sort of physical activities do you engage in to keep your body at least minimally active / aware? So, I will preach this to the high heavens. This year, I got one of those under-desk bikes. And it is the best purchase I have ever made in my life.
Oh, no shit.
Yes, because so like it lets you exercise without even thinking about it. So I'll be playing video games or like watching YouTube or whatever, and I will just cycle. I'll cycle on the underdesk bike and I will like burn 500 calories not even thinking about it.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Or
I need to get one of those.
I play Pikmin Bloom on my phone. I will put my phone in my sock and I will cycle on the
Oh my
underdesk bike
fucking god.
and get my steps in for Pikmin
That
by having
fucking
my phone in my sock.
rules.
Yes, it's great. It's great. Like it's the best. Like, so the thing about like exercise and habits in general is like the easier it is to do something, the more likely it is for you to form a habit. So, like, if you get, like, an underdesk bike, and so that's exercise you can do while you're doing literally anything else, right? So,
yeah.
People will also recommend, like, a standing desk with one of those mini treadmills for the same reason, because you can be working from home and still exercising, and that's basically what I do, is, like, I'll play a game on my computer or on my Switch or whatever, or watch YouTube, and I'll just be cycling, and just, like, you know, burn 200 to 500 calories like per day. Like everyone knows how much of an alcohol aficionado I am. Like I'll burn off all the calories that I have from drinking every day.
Oh my god!
Just by cycling, like while not even thinking about it, and that's how I've been keeping myself in shape. Is like I've just been balancing everything out by exercising without even really thinking about exercising, and that's great. I think that's awesome. What everybody should be able to do, is just like not even what's the word I'm looking for? Not dread it or like hate it or anything. Just keep your body active, and it's great.
Yeah, that's
you do need to get one of those. I totally recommend it because Bestie in particular goes out for walks every day, which is fucking epic. But like, especially if the weather is bad, but. Even if it's not bad, if you just don't feel like going out, if you don't want to drive, you don't want to fucking go to the gym, whatever, just put the fucking thing under your desk. Just cycle. Who cares?
Yeah, there you go.
You can kick real good. Now I can. My muscles have always been all in my legs. I can leg press about 270. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so my muscles have always kind of been in my legs.
That's awesome.
But yeah, 45 minutes a day, right? I'm trying to do it. Yeah, and that's so great. And like everybody should be like, I don't know what the Heart Health Association says, like 150 minutes of exercise per week or something. But like the easier it is for you to do it especially without even thinking about it, the easier it is to keep your body in shape. Just do it without even thinking.
Hell yeah.
Everybody like we live in the country of instant gratification. We live in the country of like not wanting to sweat the sweat, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So the easier you can make it, the easier it is.
Nice.
I do weight curls during cutscenes. my partner used to do. They used to keep a kettlebell in the bathroom, so while they would take a shit, they would do curls. Like that's how they were. That's how they were, and like that's really
awesome.
Smart. That's genius.
That
actually.
fucking rules.
It's like if you're gonna be on the shitter a lot of the time during the day, you just work out while you're on the shitter. It doesn't matter.
That's awesome. Oh my god. Well.
I'm teaching chat so many life lessons today.
Well, that's probably a good way to end the segment. All right, so. Oh shit! I forgot about this. Hey,
uh-oh.
How about for a few minutes? How about you become the host, huh?
Oh fuck.
So you now get to ask me a couple of questions.
Okay.
So what do you want to ask me?
First question: why is it that in this outfit your tits are so much bigger than in the other outfits?
I don't know because like I didn't change any parameters. They just look like that. And I swear to you, in every single outfit that I look at this bullshit. Look at this bullshit that I have to fucking deal with. Because like in every single outfit that I have, the parameters are exactly.
I'm closer because I would be like getting whacked off the screen.
Yeah, knocking you out. Because all that I do, because obviously I have a 3D model. So what I do is like I load in my original model and then like remove the clothing textures and then just put in the new ones. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And then just, maybe like shift a couple things around just to make sure that like the skin or the limbs aren't like clipping through anything. Mm-hmm. And if it looks good, then I'm like, okay, ship it, export it, and then I just save it as a new model. But I think it's honestly like the
part of the outfit, right?
I think it's what it honestly is the shading.
Is this like supposed to be cosplay of like the woman from prison school?
No.
Oh, because that's what it kind of looks like to me.
Oh,
like,
it looks
like the girl from prison school.
I never even fucking thought about that. And the boobs aren't pushed up either. They're just like at their like neutral spot or whatever.
She got the headlights.
Yeah, I think what it is honestly the shading on the shirt, and because like. This is the shirt is like on its own layer, so it's not like pressed right against the skin. It's like there actually is like a bit of space between, I guess, like the skin and the shirt, believe it or not. So I think that might be like another thing, but it's mainly this outfit. Because look.
Yeah, that's Ed's neutral attack.
Because look. This is
normal.
This is my regular fucking outfit. This is my regular outfit. See, that's how I normally look. Nothing.
Oh yeah, because like the outer jacket is
see,
like much larger than the tits.
Yeah. So
it thinks that your jacket is the actual size of your breasts.
Yeah. So that's why it looks like that, because it's like that. It's literally just a clothing layer. That's it.
That was like I know that I'm gay, but I mean maybe. Like the first thing I noticed, like when you started posting this outfit, I was like, "Why are the tits so much bigger?" The seamless transformation. It was like a half second of like loading time.
Oh my god! Look, I'm doing this shit live. I don't know what you want from me.
We're doing our best. It's the Latino look.
Oh shit! Anyway, do you have another question?
A 6'2" Latina with kind breasts.
Oh no. Do you have another question? Moving on.
What are your plans coming up for streams, actually?
My plans coming up? Well, I've been doing a replay of the Resident Evil 4 remake. Specifically,
hell yeah.
Like I've already played that game like a couple of times on my own, but to make things interesting, I decided, okay, when I stream this, I'm going to go specifically out of my way to collect every single treasure, not just like the regular ones, but the ones that you can get on the map after you buy like the area specific treasure maps. Mm-hmm. So like the ones that have like the little plus symbol on them. so that's been my thing, just like playing through Resident Evil 4 again, but getting every single fucking treasure that's marked on the map, trying to like just completely ransack that
driving yourself insane.
Yeah, exactly. And on the last stream that I did, I think like 5 minutes before I ended, I was like reviewing the area that I was in, and then I just so happened to like go back on the map and look through like the area that I like two or three areas before the one that I was at before where I had saved, and I was like, okay, I got everything in this area, right? And then I saw that there was still like 3 little things that I somehow missed. And I was like, okay, it's gonna suck, but I can just like backtrack all the way. So I tried backtracking, and because of story reasons, that area had become completely blocked off and I can't fucking go back anymore. So what I ended up doing was just on my own time off stream, I just like reloaded an old save and got the treasures in that map, and then replayed all the way up until I saved on my last stream.
Hell yeah.
So I can still continue my fucking run.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
That's the dedication. That's the dedicated gamer moment. Yeah, that's commitment.
Yeah, so that's at the moment for all of what's it called? All of this month, right? On Mondays and Wednesdays, I have been playing Resident Evil 4 Remake.
I'm getting an ad for Smile.
Oh.
Which I actually this is I'll yap about this because we're on the ad break.
Okay.
Like I just kind of like, yeah, Smile 2.
I can't believe we got a
like
fucking
recently
sequel.
Yes, it is. It's Smile 2, which Smile apparently I guess was good, and I mean it was good enough to get a sequel.
I heard it was mid as fuck.
I'm not great with horror stuff. But like looking into it, I was like, should I watch Smile? Maybe if somebody would hold my hand and prevent me from pissing in terror, maybe I could. Horror is okay with me. I like psychological horror and stuff, but if there's like stuff with jump scares, it's like I would rather die.
Oh.
Smile 2, more teeth.
Let's see. Oh, I guess I got a really good question in chat, but I'm gonna wait until that ad is done so I can answer it.
The ad's done for me. I don't know if it was like a full ad break for everybody else. But...
is that ad also done for everyone else, or?
if you have your little dashboard open, it should tell you if the ad was over. But I think it was only for like 10 seconds or whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay, everyone's saying that it's done. Okay, cool. All right, so I got a really good question in chat from Vidalin. Why the name Look Awesome? I came up with this shit when I was I think on my last year of high school, and I have always been a huge Pokemon fan. And at the time, no, it wasn't the last year of high school. I think I was just barely going into high school. This was before Generation 4 was out of Pokemon. That was the Diamond and Pearl generation. And before those games came out, there was a new movie. That was a new Pokemon movie that was premiering. It was specifically Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this Lucario thing? It looks so fucking sick. So I went on the website.
He is fucking sick.
He is, yeah, Lucario's sick as fuck. And I went on the website to try to find out the official Pokemon website, mind you. To find out what, if they had any info on Lucario, because like I looked at it and I was like, this is like one of the coolest fucking designs that I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
And he is fucking...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I wanted to know more about that Pokemon. And the official Pokemon website at the time erroneously referred to it as a legendary Pokemon. All right? It's like
I vaguely remember that.
This legendary Pokemon can feel the auras of every living creature and interact with them and blah blah blah. And I was like, this sounds cool.
When it was in the movie, it was like he was the Lucario, right?
Something like that. I don't fully remember.
Like that.
I watched the movie after it came out on fucking like Cartoon Network.
I remember he like mind melded with Ash, and Ash was like fucking, like Fursona Lucario or whatever.
So I was like, oh my god, that thing is so fucking cool. And the official website says that it's a legendary Pokemon. And this was when like AOL was a thing. And AOL would let you make like a bunch of accounts just like for free. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be like my main account from now on. What the fuck am I going to name it? Oh, I know, I'm gonna name it after Lucario. And also like at the time, because again, I was a fucking teenager, I was absolutely obsessed with the fucking awesome animation video game parodies. Like Awesome Gear Solid and The Legend of Awesome and all that bullshit.
Metal Gear Awesome, yeah.
Metal Gear Awesome, yeah, that's what it was.
Shout out to Aaron, miss when you animated. I know you watch us.
Yeah. So I just combined Lucario with Awesome, and it's like Look Awesome. And ever since then, it's been like my main
Lucario, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, my main fucking exactly. That's it. Lucario's awesome. So Look Awesome. So that was where I come up with Look Awesome, and that's in my name ever since. I still love.
Yes, absolutely. We actually like I make the joke pretty frequently in our group chat for Visual Novas, because like when we started playing, like when we were going through Phoenix Wright 2. Like shortly after we started releasing episodes is when Game Grumps went to playing Phoenix Wright 2. So I was
they did because of us.
Like,
it was because of us.
I was like, oh, Aaron and Dan are watching Visual Novas, so they started doing clearly. They started doing because of us.
So anyway, but yeah, that's where Look Awesome came from, and it's been my online handle ever since, and I don't feel like changing it anymore.
And you know what? Lucario's still awesome. So
that's true. You're so fucking right. And it got a mega evolution too, so that means that it's God's favorite son.
That's real.
Yeah.
Me too.
But my VTuber name is Edgee, but I never changed the channel name to like Edgee VTuber or anything like that, because like I'm still greatly attached to the handle Look Awesome, and also I didn't fucking feel like going through the grind of like becoming a Twitch affiliate from scratch, because fuck that.
So you could have just changed your username, but
no, if you change your username, it has to be the same as your channel name. I tried it.
What?
Yeah, like
because I changed my name from DemonsR13 to Koakuma _CH.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Never mind. You were talking about something else. Okay, so I also looked into that.
You don't need to make a new Twitch channel.
No, yeah. I also looked into that, and I realized, no, I'm still way too attached to the screen name Look Awesome.
Yeah.
And if to prevent people from like hoarding names, like how it was in the AOL days, you have to wait 6 months for a name to like become available again. And I was like, no, that's way too much fucking work. I'm gonna stick with Look Awesome. It's whatever. It's fine. Because either way, like my main Twitter is Look Awesome. Like I have a Twitter for like VTuber shit, but that's not my main Twitter. And I also have like a YouTube channel for VTuber shit, but again, it's not my main channel. It's all Look Awesome. Anything to do with Look Awesome, that's like my main shit. So I was like, yeah, I'll just keep it when I do VTuber stuff. It's fine. So if it gets confusing, I'm sorry, but there's way too much emotional weight behind that, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to change usernames when you've been with the same one for years and years.
Yeah.
Like I did a lot of deliberating before I became Artifacts Demon. Like I had a bunch of different things that I like jotted down on paper that I was like, oh, what would sound the best? What would like be the most like what would be the one that would stick in people's minds the most? Because I was so attached to Demon 13. Like because I had it since I was 13.
Yeah.
So it took me a lot of deliberating, and like even when I changed it, like a lot of people that I knew from high school and like a lot of my old followers were like, the end of an era.
Yeah. Like the funny
it's good to have a fresh start every so often.
Yeah. The funny thing about like going back to the Look Awesome thing really quick is that like I don't really like consider myself like an Ego Raptor fan anymore. Like I just at one point I just like.
Well, he's not even Ego Raptor anymore. Is the thing.
Oh, that's true. He's just Aaron or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like I rarely have time to like watch like other people's videos is a thing, just because
yeah,
like
I get that.
yeah, because like I'm either like working on my own videos or just doing shit overall, you know.
Yeah, it's usually just background noise for me. I'll
Yeah.
put on like and it usually turns out to be Game Grumps that I just like have in the background and stuff. Because they're pumping out stuff every single day, like fucking props to them, because
Yeah.
they're constantly around the clock like working on that stuff.
That's how I wish that I could be, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, like that's what we all aspire to be as content creators, right? Is to be able to just like do our own thing around the clock and like have that be, you know, what we make our living on.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my story about Look Awesome.
See, Vito, that's what I'm talking about. It's like I know Game Grumps watches us because we were doing Phoenix Wright, and then they picked Phoenix Wright back up, and it's like I know you guys are watching us. The algorithm changed, and they must have seen Visual Novas.
Hey, as a quick heads up for anybody that watches the channel, if you have trouble finding one of our Let's Plays, we have a playlist tab, and every single thing that we do goes to that playlist tab.
Yeah.
So like
we have playlists for every single game.
Yeah.
Especially Nin Days 2.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next part, the next segment, which is this is the part where I sit my brown ass down and listen. All right?
To what?
To you. Because you said
White girl, save me.
Save me, white girl. You said that you would tell me a couple things about Witchcraft.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. Do you not fucking remember?
Oh shit! You were like, well, what do you know about? I was like, oh, Witchcraft, I guess, because I'm a witch. And you're like, all right, puts that in the bullet points.
I told you I was gonna do that. What the fuck do you mean?
It's true. You put it in the bullet points, but I didn't know you were just gonna be like, tell me about Witchcraft. I figured you'd ask me something.
All right. I don't know jack shit about Witchcraft. Chat, you asked something about Witchcraft. Then why the fuck did you suggest to talk about Witchcraft? Okay.
I do know about Witchcraft.
All right.
I've been a witch for like a decade.
If I want to do something for good luck, what would I have to do?
There are a lot of things that you could do. So anything that involves charging any kind of there's a very broad range.
Yeah.
So witchcraft is non-secular, so it doesn't matter if you practice a religion or you don't practice a religion or whatever, because it's a practice that can fit in with anything. And there's a lot of things that you can do that are considered kind of magical or intentional things that you could do. So there's anything from making a tea to putting energy into a piece of jewelry to making a soap to cleaning your house that can just be charged with your intention. Like that's the thing that most people are most surprised about when they learn about witchcraft, is that anything that you do with intention is technically magic. It's technically witchcraft.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do something for good luck, you could easily like take a it depends on what kind of luck you want. You want like financial luck, you could easily like kind of like take a coin and kind of meditate on it and put your intention of like, I want this to be like my talisman for bringing financial luck to me. And depending on how pure and strong your intentions are, that could be your amulet. Like personally, I would cleanse it first, because everything kind of holds a residual energy just from people touching it, from people even looking at it at some points. Yes, because like everything that every human or animal or any living creature does, like everything contains energy, right? And everything passes on energy if you're touching something or looking at something or thinking about something. And that's kind of the basis of witchcraft. So if you want to like say charge something as an amulet or a good luck charm or something like that, The best thing to do is to cleanse its energy first. So there's a lot of things that you can do to do that, which is you can run it under cold water, you can pass it through smoke, you can leave it out in the sun or in the moonlight, and just kind of making a blank slate for something that you're working with. And then you put your own energy and your own intentions into it. And then you can make practically anything into kind of an amulet or a good luck token or whatever. So when you think about stuff like how people fiddle with their favorite jewelry or like their wedding rings or whatever, like subconsciously when you're fiddling with something that you wear all the time, you are kind of putting your thoughts and your energy into it. So that kind of is becoming your own little like protection talisman or your luck talisman or whatever without you even thinking about it.
Okay.
You're passing your energy and your thoughts into something. It's just kind of human nature to do stuff like that. And so there are all these little like human nature things that people don't think of as being kind of like magical or whatever, but that is all kind of like part of the foundation of witchcraft.
Like the Fullbringers in Bleach.
Sure.
If you know, you know.
It is. I'm not. I was a Naruto kid, not a Bleach kid, so I don't know. But it is like all about your intention, your focus, your personal kind of will and manifestation. That is what makes the basis of your craft.
Okay.
What's the proper etiquette for performing witchcraft to or for another person? So that depends on the individual person. There are a lot of people who are apprehensive about performing spells for or on or another person because they're worried about things like it backfiring or it becoming kind of like a very literal interpretation of what they want. Like there are a lot of and this traces back to like not even just witchcraft or Wicca or whatever, but also like hoodoo and voodoo, which are very ancient practices, where people will try to do like hoodoo like love spells on a specific person, and it turns them into kind of like an obsessive person or a stalker.
Oh
or,
shit!
Like, yeah. So there are a lot of fears about like performing spells on a specific person because it could go very wrong.
Right.
But there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, if you have a specific person in mind, you can just do it, whatever. It really depends on like which particular like practitioner you're talking about or talking to about it. Because like personally for me, I think like I'm always erring on the side of caution of I am worried about kind of backfiring. I try to make sure that anything that I do is not too specifically targeted or too open to interpretation for the universe, because if you say so like one of the most common examples, right, is if you say this, like with this spell I want to be rich, and like you don't really specify anything to the universe, it could be like, okay, well then your mom dies and you get money.
Oh my god!
Like her life insurance, you know,
holy
stuff
shit.
like that. So there are people, there are a lot of practitioners who are worried about stuff like that. So
kind of like some genie shit.
Yeah, so genie shit. Yeah. So you kind of have to be like very, very careful and very intentional and very specific in your workings. I would not try to force somebody who is unwilling or whatever to do like anything with spells. Yes, intention and belief are both important. So if you're doing like, if somebody asks you to do like a love spell or whatever, right? You don't want to be like, X person is going to be in love with Y person or whatever. But the more classical thing to do would be like, so this person thinks of all the positive things of this person, and then person A, you know, can decide on their own what to do with those thoughts of person B. You don't want to force person A to do something because it could easily backfire on you.
Yeah, like kind of influence them.
Yeah. So magic is all about like being like, hey, remind them about like the good things, and then they can act on the good things or the bad things.
Uh-huh.
They can decide for themselves, because you can't really force somebody's will one way or another.
Yeah.
You know? Intention, belief, consent. Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It's the same thing with manifestation. You can't always manifest specifics, but if you're very, very, very specific, like about, or very intent on a specific outcome, then it can happen. You just can't dictate to the universe, the exact way in which it will happen.
Oh,
but
see,
the universe will give you what you're manifesting.
Okay, because with me, what I usually think of is that like anytime that we do any sort of like let's play on the channel, like let's say like when we were doing our Phoenix Wright let's play, right? And then Capcom when we're on episode, like let's say like episode 63 or something, right? And Capcom, the official account, makes an announcement. Oh, we're releasing a new line of shirts inspired by our Ace Attorney series. I think, oh, this is because of us. Like we specifically did this.
We did this.
Yeah,
because we're manifesting like the Capcom like higher ups to watch a visual.
Yeah, exactly.
I think with Game Grumps, we
like
manifested that. Like,
we're putting the ideas.
Our Let's Play was in Aaron and Dan's recommendations on YouTube.
We're putting the ideas and energy out there, so it happens because of us.
Yeah, you put the energy and the intentions out there, and you can't always decide the way the universe will give it back to you, but the universe will give it back to you.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. That's what we've been doing this whole entire time. Yeah, cool.
Exactly.
I didn't know that shit counted as witchcraft.
Yeah, I mean that's really the core of what it is, and it's a common misconception with witchcraft is that like I've had a lot of discussions with people over the years of like because I say that like yeah, there are like Christian witches out there and stuff, and there are a lot of people who don't believe me, but it's like witchcraft is a non-secular thing. It's outside of your religion, it's outside of your like heritage beliefs or whatever. It's something that's entirely on its own, and you can do it anytime, anywhere, and like it's something that a lot of people wouldn't consider, hey, that's witchcraft or whatever, but it really has to do with just like your intentions, your energy, your manifestations. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't realize is that Jesus Christ was a warlock, because warlocks get their power through a patron that they pledge themselves to, and he was Jesus's patron. It was God. Yeah.
If you really want to get deep into it, you can look into Neville Goddard's theories of manifestation, in which he says, you are the god of your own universe.
Oh shit.
Because in the Bible, whatever he says, like he doesn't say like, this is me, Jesus, saying you do these things. He says, I am Lord, I do this, etc., etc. So if you are considering yourself as the I am, then you are the god of your own universe, and therefore you can manifest anything. Which is a very interesting perspective, actually. From a mystic. All religions are socially acceptable cults. That's true. Like by definition, you can absolutely look at it that way.
Yeah.
And that's why something non-secular like witchcraft can fit into really any practice. It just depends on how open or not you are to utilizing your own kind of intentions and energies.
That's true. Yeah.
And the universe. Yeah,
I fully agree with that. I would even say you're spitting, bestie.
It's so real. It's kind of like it's a more niche take on it than you would think, like outside of the internet. The term witchcraft has a connotation that developed or warped negatively over the years, in part due to historical acts. Exactly, yeah. So that's why a lot of people will say like, oh, you can't be a Christian and a witch or whatever, because like in the Bible they condone witchcraft or whatever. But you have to think about like how little they knew about witchcraft or whatever, or what they defined witchcraft as hundreds of years ago versus now. And witchcraft is such a much more broad term now as in terms of practices than it was like 400 years ago or whatever.
Shout out to witches.
Yeah, a lot of people conflate it. Excuse me, conflate it with religion because they think of it as Wicca, which is a religion.
Oh, that's true.
And Wicca is kind of like a how would I phrase it? Like a neo-religion, I think. In which God, I can't think of his name now. But the pioneer of Wicca kind of took the main practices of witchcraft and made it into like its own thing of a religion. Where like you kind of follow these creeds and practice it in a certain way, like through the law of threefold and like do no harm and thou shalt harm none and whatever, which isn't necessarily true to witchcraft as a traditional practice. Like there's the folklore traditional practice of witchcraft, and then there is Wicca, which is like the neo-religion.
Yeah, I could have sworn that like I've heard like a similar rule in like, I hope that I'm getting this right, Satanism, like the cool modern progressive Satanism, the ones that are like you're master of your own body, you can do basically whatever you want as long as you're not infringing upon someone else. Something like that. Yeah,
and that's another thing that is widely like kind of misinterpreted is Satanism. Like I visited the church of Satanism, like the Temple of Satanism, and like kind of learn the ins and outs of it, and like Luciferianism and Satanism are very, very like very normal credos for like anyone to have, and like because of the negative connotations that Christianity has kind of conflated with Satanism, you think that it's like, oh, the evil cult and whatever, but like if you go to like the Satanic Temple, or you like kind of even like look into Luciferianism, like they're like real kind of like things they live by is like respect yourself, respect other people's bodies.
Yeah. Like I think
just respect when people say no. You can do what you want. It's just like it's very normal things, but like it's kind of like when you come to things of like the Satanic Panic and like even like the Red Scare and stuff. So we have like historical events that kind of have caused widespread misinterpretation of things like Satanism and witchcraft and communism and like all these different things. So like really if you're interested in like any of these things, like the best thing to do is really to look into it yourself, because like generally what I've realized in my adult life is you can't expect what you've been told as a child to be true.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Like whether it's intentional or not, or for better or for worse, you can't always expect the things that you were told as a child to be true in adulthood. So you have to look into it yourself, and decide what you actually believe.
Yeah, like last year I watched this like I think it was like a 20-minute like mini documentary about a guy that went to I think it was not a Satanist church, but I think like a Satanist convention. And he was just like interviewing a bunch of people, and I remember just thinking constantly, damn, these guys are based as fuck.
Yeah, they're actually really like at the Satanic Temple, they're really fucking chill. Because Satanists on the whole, like I don't consider myself like a Satanist because it is technically like a religion, but like the like what they believe is like generally just be a good human being.
Yeah, and don't hurt anyone.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah. Always need to do research.
And it's like if they actually, if they put aside like the historical kind of bias that goes between it, then they would find that by definition, like Christians and Satanists technically have a lot in common if they look at like the core beliefs rather than how actually people act in the current year,
Yeah, like what Ectomenom is saying, I hope that I pronounced that right. Always need to do research on your past beliefs and then reassess what your current beliefs and way of being should be. Yeah. I fully agree with that.
And as you know, a person who like in childhood and pre-teenhood, I was raised Catholic.
Same here, bestie. Not anymore.
Yeah. So I was raised Catholic. I went to Sunday school and everything. And then like as I became a teen and an adult, like I looked into like everything that I was taught. I started to not like agree with it as I became a teenager.
Yep.
And rather than just going full on, oh, I'm gonna be anti-Christian because that's how I was raised. I was like, hey, I don't really mesh with this, so I started to look into everything, and then that's kind of how I discovered witchcraft and how it was, you know, kind of it was detached from any religion. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel myself really attached to any particular religion, even though I was raised to be part of one. And you know, I have this non-secular approach to how I view spirituality and everything, and that's going to be different for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, and I find that with a lot of like a lot of traditional witches and also demonolators and stuff like that. A lot of us were raised Catholic. Like it seems to be a very specific like upbringing. Is like the Catholic Sunday school child to demonolator and witch pipeline is there. It's there.
Yeah, like bear with me on this, okay? Because it sounds like I'm going somewhere that's completely out of the ballpark, but wait for me to come back. You'll see, okay? So I'm not a huge fan of American or are not super like interested in like American professional wrestling, but I do follow the advice of the Iron Sheik, rest in peace, whose pinned tweet on his Twitter is in all caps, "Take a minute of your day to be nice to someone, you dumb son of a bitch."
Real, that's so real. And that's like, if I were to pin that to any belief system, I would pin that to Satanists.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Respect one another, you fucking asshole. That's absolutely like a core belief of like a Luciferian or a Satanist. Like, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. The way I think of things, I believe it's called omnism, where no religion is the absolute true religion. However, all religions have truth to them. Yeah. I can see the value in that. I can agree with that.
I think that at the core of every religion is that there is always something higher or more powerful than humanity.
Yeah, like I don't consider myself a religious person in the least, and I'm not going to act like I know what the fuck happens after you die. So I'm just gonna, you know, if something happens, but I don't have any fucking proof, and I'm not gonna go out looking for proof. I'm not gonna fuck around and find out. You know what I mean?
I'm surrounded by huge tits and fat cocks after I die. That's all I hope.
That's just fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
You know, like the concept of Nirvana with the 21 virgins or whatever. Like, you know, I get
That's not what Nirvana is.
I see it.
Oh my god. Okay. Well.
See, she gets it.
Well, speaking of the end of things, we should probably wrap it up soon. Unfortunately, everything comes to an end, as they say.
Even though we ended up purveying a little bit into Sunday school.
Hey, it is Sunday, so.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Sundays, do you got that link ready for our confessionals, our Halloween confessionals?
Oh shit, I need to pull it up. Give me 1 second. It's on my...
Ed and I are doing our Sunday confessionals like we do every month, but this month we are encouraging spooky stories and Halloween-related confessions.
Yeah, specifically for the spooky stories, it's more like anecdotes, something spooky that happened to you. It doesn't have to have been on Halloween, just like
you got
something
ghost stories, you got a near death brush with a serial killer, like let us know. Vote now on your phones.
Did you hear like a weird ass fucking sound at some point when you were like out camping, or did you see something that you can't explain? Let us know.
Did you wake yourself up with such a loud fart that you thought it was a ghost? let us know in the comments below.
Or did you pull?
There's our Google form for the submission for this month. It's gonna be on Sunday, October 27th, which is my birthday, as previously mentioned. So I'm gonna be doing an all-day long stream with a bunch of different games, and then we're probably gonna wrap it up at night with our spooky confessionals.
Yeah. Can we submit more than once? Yeah. The submissions are 100% anonymous. So yeah, you can submit more than once.
Even though everyone insists on telling Ed.
Everyone every time that we do one of those fucking confessional streams, someone half the people, I'm not gonna say everyone, but like half the people just like out themselves in chat, like, oh yeah, I submitted this one, or oh hey, I think mine is coming up, and it's like, what? Why? Why do you keep telling us?
We'll be reading it out loud, and somebody in chat will be like, sorry for this one in advance, and Ed is like, why did you say anything?
They keep outing themselves. I don't know why. They just do it on their own. I know. Yeah. At this point,
it's because at the very first one we did, I was like, it's totally anonymous unless you don't want it to be, and then like everyone ran with that for the rest of them.
Yeah.
It is. It's really funny. Like it's funny to me because I imagine somebody going to their church confessional booth, and being like, "Hey, Father, it's me, your neighbor.
Here's my social security number, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah. Hey, it's me, your neighbor. I fucked your son.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god." Like at this
like,
point,
oh, I'm sorry, my child. I guess I forgive you. Maybe.
at this point, honestly, I just see it as a recurring bit more than anything.
It's funny.
It's really funny. Yeah, it's really funny
to me because like half the time I can't. Like for a while, I feel like you were genuinely angry that people were doing. And you were like, stop!
I wasn't angry. I was just confused. I was like, Chad, why the fuck do you keep telling on yourselves?
It was so funny. I think there was one time that it must have been Cole. It must have been Cole that was like, oh yeah, I said this one, and you were like, stop doing that! And it fucking killed me. And I think about it all the time. It's like, yeah, I mean, I straight up told both of our audiences, like, if they don't want it to be anonymous, they can say it. And like, they've been saying it. They want you to know that it was them.
Shout out to the person swallowing rocks. That person fucking DM'd me and was like, oh, by the way, that one was me.
God. Shout out to the person who was like, this one's a two-parter, and they never sent us the second part. Because I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
They're the person who really prefaced it like, this one's a two-parter, get ready, and then we only had one part.
Yeah, that fucking ruled. But anyway, the link, I just posted it in chat. Scroll up if you need it. It's also going to be in my announcement channel in my Discord, and I think Koakuma also posted it on her Discord. And yeah, you can submit more than once if you have multiple stories or multiple like Halloween sins to confess. Like maybe you pulled a trick on someone and then you felt bad about it. As long as it's not too much of a downer, because we do screen the submissions before.
Yeah, we vet them a little bit.
Yeah.
And we make sure that we can at least say a funny thing about them. If there's something that we're like, no, I can't even spin this into a joke, then we're like,
Yeah, we have received a couple that are just like way too much of downers. So we're like, it wouldn't, we didn't feel right trying to spin that into a joke. Very far and few
in between though, because most of you are funny as fuck.
Yeah. That's our little like community night thing that we have to do.
Yeah. I think that contains death unless it's funny.
Unless it's But anyway, we're gonna call it good here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dearest, most beautiful Koakuma, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, honestly.
Oh my God, same to you, bestie. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you so much for having me in your life, having me on Visual Novas, having me on collab streams. It's always very fun. It's a bit of sunshine, it's a bit of smiles in my week that is very, very needed.
Oh, how much can you tilt your model to your right? I think it is. Is that as far as it goes?
Like this way?
All right, hang on. Let me try. There we go. Okay, we touched heads.
Yeah.